customer
Can you
expectations,
guys have a
right? So
slice
all
and
of these
bag pineapple
questions are
to check
questions
that?
you're going to
At
want
least
to
some. You
ask
don't need to
yourself
do that, bro.
when you are
Same
testing
bag.
its functionality. Okay. Now let's look at fit. Okay, so the ability to fit into production process and be used by the customer, right? So if it's something you're going to want to use with your hands, is it a good size? Is it too big, or are the keys in the wrong spot, or the buttons, right? Questions about production, the customer needs. So let me go over some of these questions that you would be asking yourself when we're getting to test to see if it fits. Can this design be produced efficiently? How does this product fit into your manufacturing ability? Do different parts of the design interfere with other parts, right? So once you put it all together, is it going to work? Does this design fit in the customer's hands, right? If it's one of the things we need to be able to control with our hands. Is this product comfortable to use? And are there ways we can make this product more usable, more, fit? Okay, so these are all things we're going to want to look at when we're getting to this testing criteria, right? So questions answered with discussions, testing, and letting potential users try the product and see, how it works. See if it's comfortable to use. Now, aesthetics, right? So how does the product look like? Is it visually appealing? Okay. Engineers ask themselves and potential customers questions about the aesthetics, right? Will the consumer purchase this product based on its appearance, right? If it's too ugly, maybe people don't want to buy it and have it around, right? Is the product the correct size and color, right? So that might change depending on what your client wants.
Oh, and that's
Um,
7,000 silver.
what could make
What?
this product more appealing?
Hold on, Jack.
Does this product look like it can
Bag?
All the
solve the
silver, but
problem?
still not
And is
enough
the
for Uber
design
these
too
days.
plain or too
Slice and bag
radical
for a
in
homie. Slice and
appearance?
bag for a homie.
Okay, that maybe people just won't like it.
What?
So
Bah!
we create multiple prototypes, okay, for testing to determine the final design, right? So we can come up with different, designs, and then have the client determine
Slice and
which
bag
one
for
it
a
is
homie.
that they want. Now, safety, right? And this is, a major consideration. This is an important one. Is the product safe to produce, right? Is it going to be safe for
Dude,
the
everyone just
consumers
left
to
the server.
use? There you see,
Hey, what's up,
especially like
bros?
in cars, right? They go through all these, crash tests,
Hey,
right? And some of them have
Welcome back to
dummies
my
with
YouTube
sensors in them
channel.
to
Let's
see,
go.
if they're safe, right? If they're going to keep the people inside safe.
Everyone left the server.
So some questions that you're going to want to ask yourself when we're talking about safety:
Corey
will the
expansion.
material be safe to manufacture?
What,
Is the material strong enough to support its proper function? Right? Especially like in cars, you can think, that's an important aspect. Will this product be dangerous to produce because of its
Hey,
design?
Carl, there's no ultras in the
Will
server or
parts of the
supers.
design
It's
be
just all base
unsafe
classes.
when they get wet?
okay.
Um,
Lots
are
of
there any
bros.
electrical
Let's see what it
hazards
does,
with
bro.
this device? Will any piece break during usage? Will any piece pose a choking hazard for young children? Does
What's
this
some bag,
product
What was
bro?
meet
that?
all government safety regulations, right? So these are some of the key questions we need to be asking ourselves
I'm enjoying this
once we get
ink so I can
into,
drop off
the
silver.
safety criteria, right? And
I'll give
further
you a little bit of
testing
silver.
must be done, right, with all the
You
prototypes to
better
make
give
sure
him
they are
one
safe
silver.
before they are produced. So,
Where's the
last but not
creation check?
least, right, is
The
the
Kuma trainer is like
environmental
on the wall of
impact.
the
What kind of
world.
impact is this going
I'm
to
just
Picture
have
of Ardor.
on our environment, right? And one of the,
Wait, all the
big
ultras are
ones that
joining
you
back.
can think about when it
very
comes to
well.
environmental impact was back in the 80s
Let
when
me
we
check how many
started
ultras are
using
in the server.
these CFCs propellants, and we started destroying our ozone, right? So we need
Pressy,
to know
Shinobi, Metascream on
before we start
Cardinal,
making things, what kind of environmental impact this is going to have.
Shinobi, Vind, and
So
Snail,
ensures design safety for
Druid,
environment.
Construct, and
So
Sky
are
Castle,
waste materials created in the manufacturing of this
Dinakari,
object?
Oni, and
If
Horus.
so, how are we going to get rid of that waste
That's
material,
it.
right? And there's
So 3
proper
ultras all around the
methods
map.
of disposal, right? And you might need to contact government agencies like DERM, right?
You have
to
max climb.
stuff like that. So the Department of Environmental Resource Management, right?
You should be able to
Um,
make it. If you
you
can't, I
need to
can
know
just fly
like
you
what is
over.
the ecological footprint, right? Is this going to be producing too much emissions that can possibly hurt our environment? And potential risk if this object malfunctions. So does it have any chemicals inside that, if it breaks or something, it could be spilled into the environment. So all these things we need to consider, right? Perform tests on manufacture and materials, right? Make sure they're safe before the production process. And of course, we're always going to want to follow government environmental regulations, right? Not following those can close your business down, and I'm sure that's not going to be a good thing. So engineering economics, and this is an important one because
Then he's
obviously
defeating his
um,
father
this
instead of another
just the
kid.
engineering design process, right? Getting an engineering team
Oh,
together,
shit.
working on the design costs money.
For what?
So you need to know that at the end of this, there is going to be a profit to be made,
Tower,
right?
why you in Tower Mall?
Because
Because I was
no
very
company is
smart.
probably going to want to build something it can't
Do you want
make
me to
money
bring you
off
to a
of.
Kuma trainer?
So how much is it going to cost to develop,
Do you
right? To
want me
produce the
to
design,
bring you
right?
to a Kuma
And then
trainer?
And then
how
why
much is
did
it
you
going to
do
cost us to actually start building the product? Okay, is it,
This shouldn't be
and then at
Meta
the
Scream I
end,
want
is
to
it going to
kill.
be worth even
Killing your
producing it?
own
If it's going
father?
to, is it going to leave us a
Not
good
believe
profit?
you.
So all these things
You
are
are
things we need to
despicable.
To
consider.
get knocked off.
And your grant was listening to
Now the
Benetton
final
video
outputs,
Mondays
right?
where he is being held without
Once
a gun to
once you
accountable
have,
murder.
your design done, right? It's a very exciting time in the engineering design process because now you get to actually
That's
present
cringe.
your design, to others, to your clients,
Day
right?
zero, Carl.
So 3 types of outputs, right? Once you're here at the end, you're gonna have your final project
Start
report,
over the
okay?
void.
And that report, as you can imagine, is quite lengthy, starting all the way back from when you were just doing research. Everything is gonna be put in there, your drawings, everything, right? You're gonna need to do an oral presentation. So this is where, your communication skills are gonna be put to a test, okay? So you are gonna have to present this, and you're gonna have to have certain production products that you're gonna
Heck,
want
I
to
just dropped
distribute
1100.
to
The word
those
shit.
in that meeting, right? Especially the client. Obviously, you're going to share this with management, and you're going to present the information to the client, to the community, and possibly to other people that might be interested,
both low.
right? Because maybe
Wait, can you not
there's
get
going
it?
to be more than one company that wants to purchase this.
Oh, you need
So,
XP? Alright.
the final project report summarizes the design process, gives you an explanation of solutions, right? And obviously, the one that you picked is the best option, right? Provide brief summary of each step that you used, and it's
You can get
developed
down to
as a
yourself.
team, right? So the whole engineering design team works together to create this final product. This is not like a
Oh,
one-man
Colin, what
show.
do you do?
So the final report includes a title page, the problem statement, right? What you started off with. And this kind of looks like the scientific model, right? The steps in the scientific process, right? Problem statement,
Jack, you think I'm gonna
your design goals, your alternative designs, right? Including all your sketches
I'm
and
gonna go
stuff.
after the Vinci
The strength and weaknesses, assembly, manufacturing
Oh, that's a mod in the
information,
server.
Oh yeah, that's
all
an
your
actual mod.
testing data, right? Testing
Yeah. Wait,
summary,
sometimes